I am just really pissed off with the response that some people have had to AEW's first pay-per-view Full Gear. And here's my problem. I don't understand why the Jon Moxley Kenny Omega match is the targeted match of why things were bad. I don't understand. This match, literally, to me, was the best match on the card. And listen, I want to first say, I'm not a hardcore guy. I liked ECW back in the day, and I loved some of it, but I was not like one of these people that was like, this must happen in the WWF all the time. I enjoyed Stone Cold versus Bret Hart at WrestleMania 13. I love when a hardcore match or something like that breaks out once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Like every 3 or 4 months or every once in a while something happens. It's crazy. They literally built to this. They built to this. And I am like enraged that this is the focal point of the negativity for some either podcasters or news sites. How can you be upset at this match and not be upset at the rest of the show? Cody and Jericho was good, and I thought this match was the match that was the best match of the night. And normally I go with the Cody match as the match of the night, and I kind of do love the Cody Jericho thing, and I love this match, but everything else was, I thought, atrocious about Full Gear before this. And yet this is the match that people are deciding to get angry about. What? I saw a guy do a Phoenix Splash onto a bare wooden ring, which is stupid, but, I mean, they were killing each other to one-up each other. That was the whole story. That was the whole story, was the one-upsmanship, and I'm going to get you, and there's going to be violence. And fine, Omega, like, I'll go there with you, Mox, you know. That's been the whole story, the whole build-up. In fact, I thought this was a pretty controlled... It's like... It's weird. I thought this was the best of both worlds. I thought they were like pretty damn safe while doing some of the more dangerous stuff we've seen hardcore-wise in a while. Nobody dove off the top of a cell through a table. Nobody, like, even some of the acrobatic flippy-floppy maneuvers that some of the younger guys do off the ropes are way more dangerous than anything that ever happened in this match. Are you serious about, like, people burying this match or whatever? And I know that it's 50-50. People either loved or hated this, apparently. Why weren't you upset at the Young Bucks match, who in that match had a heel tag team because the Ortiz and his tag team partner are clearly heels? Why are they doing a tag where the referee misses it, then the referee comes in and the fans boo and they end up liking Ortiz? Why did they do that? And then later on, they're going to do heel stuff, and then the faces are going to bring in the old-timers who are going to do face stuff to the heel guys and get a big pop from the crowd, but the heel guys won. That made no sense whatsoever. That was enragingly stupid. That match made no goddamn sense. But you're going to choose to get angry at this match that actually I thought was entertaining? I don't know. I just thought it was really bizarre. I can't believe that people didn't like. I thought this was going to be revered. I thought it was going to be appreciated. I thought, in fact, when I watched it, I said, "Wow, they didn't get as gross and crazy as I thought they would," which is good. I thought to myself, this was more of an elevated version of the, Bret Hart Stone Cold street fight. Like with a little bit of an ECW element thrown in there. So I thought it was pretty damn good. Hey, India called me to fix my computer again. Yeah, I don't understand. I am totally lost at comments. Even, people like everybody. A lot of people were burying this. I am just so lost. Even guys like, someone sent me a clip of Brian Alvarez.
And there was not real barbed wire on it, or whether just the visual was enough for you, or whether you thought it was just, it got to the point of being like sublime and comedic at that point, and you just threw your hands up, whatever it is. The overall fact of the matter is, if you liked it, that's great, cool. I'm glad they got their chance to do what they probably wanted to do since they both wrestled in Jersey All-Pro with each other. But the fact of the matter is, the response that it's gotten means that I don't know if you can educate, quote-unquote, your fan base on this. Maybe it's just better to temper this stuff in the future, learn from your mistake, and realize this probably wasn't it, Chief.
This probably wasn't it, Chief? And that was Alvarez's co-host guy, Mike, by the way. It's not him, but Alvarez didn't seem to like it either. I just don't understand. I mean, do I think it was perfect? No. And do I think that because the rest of the night was so bad that maybe I liked this more? Maybe. Maybe because everything else was so bad, I enjoyed this more. I don't know. But I just can't believe that this was the match that people decided to go after. If you don't like this match, then wrestling is dead. Because the rest of the night was awful. I mean, Cody Rhodes, the MJF and Jericho story was fun. That was pretty good. But the rest of the night, to me, was a 5 out of 10. And Cody Rhodes' deal with Jericho was a fun, maybe 7.5, 7 out of 10. And I thought this Moxley-Omega match was like an 8.5 or an 8 out of 10. And that kind of saved the pay-per-view for me. But people decided to attack this match. Can you imagine if this match didn't happen? Take Omega and Moxley's match off the card. I would have given Full Gear a 5.5 out of 10. But this is the match that people think sucks. If you want to see wrestling die, I guess let's hate on this match too, right? Like let's hate on this. I mean, no, let's not go after Rio in that match, with Amy Sakura. Let's not go after them and the weird pin botch. Let's not go after the opening Young Bucks match where the Young Bucks are the faces and Ortiz is a heel, but then they do face things, but then at the end they do heel things anyway, but then they win. And I mean, let's not go after how Joey Janela and, Sean Spears' match was just dead because Sean Spears, it was basically an enhancement match for Sean Spears, which is fine. I actually thought that was all right. I mean, it makes sense trying to build that up, but, let's not go over the fact that Adam Hangman Page and Pac had a match that nobody seemed to care about there and a match that kind of was blah. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the hardcore match that actually did something. Let's get angry at that. I don't understand. Do you want to see AEW fail? I mean, do you ever want... This was the greatest thing of the night. How could you think this was the worst thing? After everything else, you thought this was the worst thing? This was the thing you wanted to talk about? This was not grotesque or gross or bad. This was fun. I am shocked that people think that this match sucked or was terrible or was gross or, oh, God, they should never go there again. Oh, my God. Oh, no. What? What kind of pussies are you people? Because I don't even like hardcore that much, but I want to see a little bit more of it. And then when we get something that goes even just this far, you flip out? I mean, they didn't even use real glass and stuff like that. You got to be kidding me. I don't know, man. I think that there is something mentally wrong with people at this point. But maybe not. Maybe wrestling is just dead. And I think it is. Because if people have a problem with this match, then wrestling's dead. You didn't have a problem with all that other stuff that I just mentioned, then there's something wrong with you. I'm sorry, this was way more interesting to me than the 700th Young Bucks diving all over the place match. This was different in AEW. I am so shocked. I am so, shocked at the people's comments that they didn't like this. Or that some people didn't, or that at least half the audience apparently didn't. Or it feels like people are saying they didn't like it, and then other people just hopping on the bandwagon of they don't like it, it's terrible. You didn't see it then. There's no way you saw it. I can't believe anybody saw this and thought this was bad. I mean, maybe it's the mood I was in. I don't know. I'm trying to search for words, and all I find is rage. I just have rage for people. I want to, I don't know, man. I want to hire Brian Alvarez just so I can fire him. Like weird stuff like that. I don't know. It's very strange. Santana and Ortiz and the Bucks was so bad. Like, for it made no sense whatsoever wrestling-wise. It made no sense whatsoever. And this is the match that was a problem. And the women's match that opened the show on the buy-in was the better women's match. It had the better story, and it had a result, and it had a better build-up. Amy Sakura versus Rio, like, they didn't even build up that, like, oh, this is the teacher and the student. They didn't even build that story up at all. They basically, like, threw her in there and was like, yeah, she taught her or whatever. That's all they said, but there was no build-up to that. Britt Baker and Bea Priestley had a good build-up, and I didn't even care about the match at first. I was like, who cares about that? But then when I saw the build-up, I was like, wow, this is really good. Really good little build-up here. And then they had a match that was pretty decent. That was one of the best matches of the night. If you were to ask me what are the best matches of the night, I'd say Moxley and Omega, number one. Not because of the violence, but because of the story and then the incorporation of interesting stuff that they did. Number two would be Jericho and Cody Rhodes. I thought it was a good story. I thought it was a pretty good match for the most part. And then I would say Bea Priestley and Britt Baker was the number three best match of the night. What was better than that? Adam Page and you know, they did some cowboy shit, I guess. I don't know. Pac and Adam Page had a match that was okay, but I'll never watch it again, ever. I don't care. The Young Bucks and Santana and Ortiz had a match that made no goddamn sense whatsoever. Although it was fun when Ricky Morton did that, what did he do, a Canadian Destroyer or some kind of sunset flip pile driver? I don't remember. But either way, then what happened? I mean, am I missing a match? To me, there was nothing else. So you wanted this to not happen. Okay. Great. If this didn't happen, I don't know if anybody ever buy a pay-per-view again. I don't know. I don't understand it. I'm lost. My name is Joe Cronin. Subscribe down below and hit the bell, all that other stuff. And leave a comment. Love to hear your comments on why you thought the match was good or bad. I'm just beside myself that this is a problem with people. I'm looking at the videos. A lot of the videos people make on this, hating it, are getting like 50-50 likes and dislikes. So apparently a lot of people are mad that some people think it's terrible. I'm one of those people. I actually don't understand how somebody cannot like this match when it's like basically save the pay-per-view for me. Here's some of the videos you guys might have missed from me, and more to come later. Hope you subscribe and stay tuned for more. Tonight is Tuesday Night Throwdown on the Corrupted Nation other YouTube channel and patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show for 30 hours of bonus content you can't get on YouTube, and we're at 388 patrons.